Welcome back to Allentown, Pennsylvania. CN8 Sports brings you the up-and-coming gymnastics stars of tomorrow. Today, the 2005 Parkette Invitational. Lou Tilley with Olympic great Bart Connor back with us here on CN8. And back to the floor exercise in the third rotation of the event. And this is Kaitlynn Bormann from the host team, Parkettes.
Parkettes actually has two teams competing here, a Parkette's A team and a B team. This is the B team group that we'll be seeing now.
Minus one of their stars, Tia Orlando, sitting with us in the booth, helping us tonight. South Philadelphia native who now lives in the Allentown area.
Beautiful pike double somersault. Kaitlynn's new to the Parkettes. She is one of those athletes that change programs. It happens occasionally.
Different coaches, different techniques.
Yeah, different philosophies and lots of reasons often why kids move to new clubs. And Parkettes has a fantastic history of placing literally, more than 100 kids on full scholarships around the country in college programs.
Wow.
So
Tia, we mentioned, from South Philadelphia, originally came up here about 40 miles. Several athletes within 50-mile radius. Part of the Parkette's program.
all right, not a bad routine for Kaitlynn Bormann. Good power on that pike double back somersault. You notice she does a round off to a back handspring into it. Her back handspring is very effective. It's powerful. Front tumbling, layout front, layout front. Difficult combination to do with good form. And she was just a little tired there with her last tumbling pass at double full.
Here she is again now, Ming-Ya from Brestians on the vault.
She's having a pretty good little day here. Well, isn't that great?
Oh.
I really like her technique on this. You can see she's barely taller than the whole vaulting table. But watch her explosion off the horse when she gets onto the vaulting table, I should say. Very good push, which allows her to get high and set up that layout with a full twist. That was great.
Everything she does athletically seems so effortless. You see Alicia Sacramone down there, her teammate. About 4 years, 5 years ahead in development. Boy, there's a contrast in bodies that you can see there.
All right, little one. She's a member of the... Oh, she went for a double twister. Well, good for her.
Yeah.
Now, that's a little bit over her head, but after landing a good full twister, she was justified in going for it.
And the first vault got her a 9.575 score. We go over to the bars as we continue with the four-ring circus that is gymnastics, and it's Olivia Courtney again from the Capitol Club, competing in the same group as Ming-Ya.
The 11 to 13-year age group in the all-around standings. Ming-Ya Zhou of Brestian's American Gymnastics with an 18.925 combined total.
All right, that's called a gingle. It's a back flip with a half twist and regrasp. Shoot half transition to the low bar. A little shaky there.
Melissa Cream, Arena Gymnastics.
And a nice dismount.
Yeah, great. From a full over to a full twisting double, and she gets a little hug there from Tatiana Perovskaya, her coach. Victor Vetrov, their coaches at Capitol in Burke, Virginia. But this is great. Very high, and she finishes it easily. She could probably do that laid out one day.
Judges award her a score of 9.075. quickly back to the vault, and at the head of the runway, this is Britney Ranzy, 14-year-old who has a lot of potential.
There's a great looking vault. She put it all together. Powerful run. See a hug there from Kelly Hill. This is great. Good push off, very high. Just piked down a little bit, but that's a double twisting. That, of course, is a 10-0 start value at this level.
And I guess after a good or fairly successful first vault, then you can take a gamble and try to better it on the second run. Maybe toughen up the routine a bit, as we saw a moment ago.
Interestingly enough, at the Olympic level, a vault like that is from a 9-8 start value. At this junior Olympic level, it's worth a 10.0. And that was great. Solid control in the air.
How about Britney Ranzy? They call her Rambo.
Yeah, there's very little I can say critical about that vault.
Oh, and good scores.
Body position and everything.
Here's the score. 9.7. One of the young up-and-comers, really young, in the 11 to 13 category, competing for the Parkettes, Davi Wilson on the floor.
She's originally from California, in fact, and she's new to the Parkette program as well. Recently won a competition in Cancun.
That's the one we want to cover next year at this time.
Now, what are we doing in Allentown at the end of January?
Yeah, for the second year in a row, this whole region has just been hammered by a cold snap. Wow. Go ahead, Bart.
As a coach of young athletes, I don't mind when they overdo skills. She overdid that pike double somersault. That's a good thing. You can always rein those kids in. When they undergo for skills, that's when it's scary. So let's see if she continues to overdo her tumbling. Oh, that was right on. Good job.
Bart and his wife, Nadia Komish, have a great school in the Norman, Oklahoma area. Bart Connor Gymnastics. You can look them up on the web. BartConnorGymnastics.com.
I guess it should be called Nadia Comaneci Gymnastics. We probably
well, in my opinion, yes. If I was your marketing manager.
Yeah. Well, my name was painted on the building before she showed up.
That's true.
Oh, once again, she overdid that tumbling pass, but that's not a bad thing. This is early in the season. And she went for a difficult 2.5 twister at the end of the routine. Good for her.
Davi Wilson from the Parkettes. 12 years old in the 11 to 13 age category. Here she is.
Here's that pike double back somersault. Good takeoff. Very solid off the floor. Quick as she stands up from the back handspring into the pike double. This was just a little shorter rotation, so she had to break form and pull it around, but not a bad exercise for early in the season.
Back to the balance beam now. In the 14-year-old category. That beam's 4 inches across. There's a time limitation. You can just see it on the women's faces. They show so much joy in some of the other events, but here it just appears to be agony.
Nice combination. Back handspring to a tuck back somersault. She's good here. She has solid basics.
Yeah, that was the word I was just going to use. Yeah, she looks very comfortable. Poised.
Most gymnastics experts feel that beam is the make or break it event in gymnastics. It's a real test of their, not only their physical skill, but their mental focus. Can they stay collected doing these difficult skills under this kind of pressure? Back handspring, double back.
Boy. I didn't see much to criticize there.
Ranzy with a combined total of 18.75.
I see a lot of potential in this young lady. There's some execution errors, but I have to admit, I admire her guts to go for a difficult routine.
And how did the judges see it? 9.525.